Hello, thank you for meeting with me today. My name is Sonia and I am a student social worker. The purpose of this session is to talk about any challenges you may be experiencing as an international student and to explore ways we might support you. Before we start, I would like to explain confidentiality. Everything you share in this conversation will remain private. However, there are some limits. If I believe that you or someone else may be at risk of serious harm, I may need to share that information with appropriate service to ensure safety. Apart from that, everything we discuss will remain confidential. Do you understand that and feel comfortable continuing?
Yes, that's right. That's fine.
Great, thank you. I also want to clarify my role. My role is to listen and support you in exploring possible ways to improve your situation. This is a safe space where you can share your experiences. So, to begin, how have things been going for you recently?
Honestly, it has been difficult. I feel very lonely most of the time.
Um, it sounds like loneliness has been a big part of your experience since you arrived here.
hmm Yes, especially at university.
Can you tell me more about what happens at university that makes you feel this way?
Most local students, they already have their friends. They sit together and they talk with each other.
So, what you are noticing is that many students have already established friendship groups, which make it difficult for you to join in.
Yes, exactly.
That must be quite isolating, especially when you're trying to adjust to a new country. So, what usually happens when you try to start conversation with other students?
Sometimes I say hello or try to talk to them during the group work, but after the class, they just leave.
So, even though you make an effort to talk to people, it feels like the conversation does not continue.
And then I feel awkward.
It sounds like that experience might make you feel uncomfortable or unsure about trying again.
Yes, and then sometimes I feel like maybe I am not good at communicating.
So you're starting to question whether your communication skills or English might be the problem that affects your confidence.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, okay. You mentioned that you sometimes feel awkward after a conversation ends. Can you please tell me what thoughts usually come to your mind at that moment?
I start thinking that maybe they don't want to talk to me, or maybe my English is not so good enough.
So when those interactions end quickly, you start wondering if it might be because of your language skills or something about yourself.
Yes, exactly. It makes me feel less confident.
Okay. That sounds really difficult. Moving to a new country and studying in another language can already be challenging. An experience like that can easily affect confidence.
Yes, sometimes I feel nervous before speaking.
Okay. When you feel nervous about speaking, what do you usually do?
Sometimes I just stay quiet and listen.
So instead of joining the conversation, you sometimes choose to stay quiet because it feels safer.
Yes. I really don't want to say anything wrong to them.
Okay, that is actually a very common experience for many international students. Learning and communicating in another language takes time, and it's okay to make mistakes while learning. Apart from friendship, how has your overall experience been living in a new country?
Well, it's interesting, but it's also challenging at the same time. Sometimes, like, everything feels different.
Okay, What are some of the things that feel most different for you?
Mm, the culture, the way people communicate, and sometimes even classroom discussions.
So, the difference in culture, communication style, and classroom participation are some of the areas where you notice the biggest changes.
Yes, in my country, students usually they are not allowed to talk in the classroom, but here the students they share opinions with each other.
Okay, so participating in discussion might feel unfamiliar compared to your previous learning experience.
Yes, I'm getting used to it.
It sounds like you are gradually adapting through. Recognizing these differences is an important step to adjusting to a new learning environment. So, I want you to know that many international students experience similar challenges when they first arrive in a new country. Adjusting to different culture and social environment can take time. How long have you been studying here?
About 6 months.
6 months is still a short time to adjust to a new environment. The fact that you are trying to speak with the people and participate in the class, that you are making genuine efforts to connect.
I try, but sometimes I feel discouraged.
It sounds like you're putting effort into building friendships, but when things don't work out, it can feel discouraging. What does a typical day look like for you at university?
Usually, I go to class, listen the lectures, and go back to the home right after the class.
So most of the time is spent attending lectures and then heading home afterwards.
Yes,
Do you
it's
usually,
okay.
do you usually stay on campus after class or leave right away?
I usually leave because I really don't have anyone to stay with.
Okay, sometimes spending a little extra time on campus, such as studying in common shared libraries, can create opportunities to interact with other students. Have you ever tried studying in shared space?
No, not really.
That could be something smart try in the future. Being in shared space sometimes make it easier for you to start casual conversation with classmates. When the loneliness feels stronger, how does it affect you emotionally?
Sometimes it makes me feel sad and also homesick.
Okay. So along with the loneliness, homesick is also something you experience.
Yes, I miss my family and friends.
Okay, that's completely understandable. Being away from loved ones while adjusting to a new environment can be very emotional.
Yes, especially during holidays.
What helps you cope during that moment?
Talking to my family helps me a lot.
Okay, that shows you have a strong support system back home, which is very valuable. When you start feeling lonely, what usually do you do?
Well, I usually call my family or talk with friends back home.
Okay, so staying connected with your family and friends from home helps you support it.
Yes, it helps a lot.
It's really positive. Okay, maintaining connection with people who care about you can provide important emotional support. I also want to acknowledge something important. Moving to another country for study takes a lot of courage and determination. You have already shown a lot of strength and resilience by adapting to a new culture and continuing your education.
Thank you.
So, what has been one positive experience you have had since coming here?
Some of my teachers, they are very supportive.
Okay, so you have experienced support from your lecturers, which has been helpful for you.
Yeah, and they are very kind.
So earlier you mentioned that you sometimes feel unsure about your communication skills. Can you think of a time recently when you have conversation that went well?
Yes, and during group work last week, I had a good discussion with one student.
That sounds like a positive experience. What do you think helped the conversation go well?
Maybe it was about the assignment, and we both needed to work together.
So, when there is a shared task or topic, you find it easier to communicate and come with others.
Yeah.
That's actually a great strength. Academic collaborations can often lead to friendship over time. Have you had the opportunity to join any clubs, student organization, or social activities at the university?
No. I haven't joined anything yet.
Can I ask you what has made it difficult to join these activities?
I think I saw something online, but again, I was not sure how it worked.
So it sounds like you might be interested in joining activities, but you're unsure where to start.
Yes.
Okay, that's very understandable. Many students feel unsure about this at first. And so we also provide support service for international students, such as conversation groups or social meetups. Have you heard about any of these programs?
Yes, I think I saw something online, but I was not so sure how it worked.
So our university organize weekly meetups where international and local students can practice conversation and share their cultural experience. These environments are usually very welcoming.
Well, that sounds interesting.
Okay. It might be comfortable way to meet people who are also looking to make connections. Our university offer international student clubs, social events, and peer mentoring programs where students can meet people with similar experiences. How do you feel about attending one of those events?
I think I would like to try that.
That sounds like a really positive step. Being open to try something new can help you gradually build connections. So, what do you think might make it easier for you to attend one of those events?
Maybe if I go with someone.
Okay, that's good idea. Sometimes bringing a classmate or meeting someone there can make the experience more comfortable. From what you have shared today, it seems like you value building friendships and feeling connected, and you are already making efforts to achieve that.
Yes, I really want to feel like I belong here.
Feeling a sense of belonging is very important, especially when you live in a new country. If you were to think about one small step you could take this week to connect with someone at university, what might that would be?
Maybe talking a little bit more during the group work.
That's a great idea. Small steps like that can gradually build confidence. So we are coming close to the end of our session. So I would like to briefly summarize what we talked about today. We said that you have been feeling lonely and sometimes discouraged when trying to connect with other students. At the same time, you also recognize your strength, including your courage to study abroad and your willingness to try to meet new people. We discussed some possible steps such as joining university clubs or attending international students events which may help you build connections. Thank you for sharing your experience with me today. I really appreciate your openness. Before we finish the conversation, how do you feel now?
Yeah, now I feel much better. It was really helpful talking about it.
I'm glad to hear that. Thank you again for your time today.
Thank you to you too.